The President of the United States has become the president of anecdotes. At least, that's what many people are saying. This is just another day. Everyone's had a meaningful conversation that's affected them. Maybe it's changed your outlook on the world. Maybe you see a situation from somebody else's perspective. But did you know that apparently these revelations can also come from fake conversations that never even happened?
I have a friend of mine who has a very successful son. And I said, where is your son going to be this weekend? He said he's going to Washington with his friends. I said, really? Yeah, he's wanted to do it for 4 years, but he couldn't do it because it was so unsafe. And he's a tough kid, too. It's so unsafe. And he ended up staying 3 nights, going out to restaurants all 3 nights. He said it was so beautiful, so peaceful.
How about that? Pretty great conversation about how Trump single-handedly saved the streets of D.C. And if I'm being honest, this guy's very real son sounds like one hell of a catch. A tough guy from a successful family who enjoys eating at restaurants and uses words like peaceful and beautiful. I wonder if he's on Trump's dating app, OK Stupid. It's a great place where singles can peruse all the fake people Trump makes up while also getting a chance to feel the utter contempt he has for most Americans who aren't rich and white. Yes, when it comes to implementing policy and enacting your agenda, who needs reputable facts or reliable statistics when you've got something better in your corner? A handful of stories.
If you know, in Los Angeles, Beverly Hills is, a great place. I have a house there. I had a house there. I used to stay a lot of time, spend a lot of time there. And a great place. Do you know that I have friends, they leave their trunk open for their car because they know they're going to be vandalized. They don't want the trunk ripped off in order for them to steal what's in the back. They leave the doors open. I have another friend, he has a garage, and in order to save his garage door, he leaves it open so that people can just walk into his garage, take whatever they want, and leave.
Wow. That is truly heartbreaking for your friends in Beverly Hills, having to constantly replace their trunks and garage doors. It sounds kind of similar to what some of my friends are going through. See, I have this one friend who called me on the phone. Well, actually, it's more like 2.5 million friends who said they won't be able to feed their family because your signature piece of legislation cut their food assistance. And then I have this other friend, well, more like 17 million other friends, who said that they're going to lose their health insurance because you cut their access to Medicaid. But maybe our friends could get together and help each other. I mean, maybe your Beverly Hills friends could provide health insurance and meals for my friends, and they could fix your friends' trunks and garage doors. Seems like an even trade. But if there's one thing that all of Trump's anecdotal phone calls illustrate, it's that he knows what we want, even if we don't know. Like militarizing our cities by sending in the National Guard. Sure, we might think it's a bad idea, but Donald Trump knows that the truth is, it's great.
The people want us there. The people here, 95% of the people here want us. The real people, not the people you find on. I don't know where you find these people. You have one person that has a broken nose. Where'd you get it? Well, I was mugged. Good. Do you want to see Trump here with? No, I don't want. The woman has a broken nose. She got mugged. But she's saying she doesn't want any protection. It's all made up fake news. It's just fake news. I don't know where you find these people.
You don't know where they find these people? Probably the same place you find all your people. Anecdotes.com, the one-stop shop for all your fake people needs. I mean, come on. How many times have you been in a situation where you want folks to believe your story, but it's lacking that fake personal touch that really brings it home? Well, Anecdotes.com has it all. People who want you to militarize your city, people who think that you should run for a third term, even people who find you attractive. Actually, sorry. Yeah, those have been recalled. Some things you just can't fake. But it's not just Trump who shops at anecdotes.com. Some other folks in his administration also have a membership.
I've had a chance to spend some time, as does everyone here, with the police officers in the city. Members of the public are going up to them and thanking them, just overflowing with gratitude. Because for the first time in their lives, they can use the parks, they can walk on the streets. You have people who can walk freely at night without having to worry about being robbed or mugged. They're wearing their watches again. They're wearing jewelry again. They're carrying purses again.
That's right. The citizens of Washington, D.C. are so overjoyed, they're even generously handing police officers free Subway sandwiches at incredible speeds. And it's such a shame that these exchanges of admiration and gratitude aren't public or on the record, or some might say even factual, because honestly, they sound pretty nice. Like this little secret chat Trump had with Maryland's Democratic governor, Wes Moore.
I met him at the Army-Navy game. They said, "Oh, there's Governor Moore. He'd love to see you." He came over to me, he hugged me, shook my hand. "You were there." He said, "Sir, you're the greatest president of my lifetime." I said, "Well, it's really nice that you say that. I'd love you to say it publicly, but I don't think you can do that, so it's okay. But no, sir, you're doing a fantastic job. I want to just shake your hand. Thank you very much, Governor." That was that. And then every time I see him on television, he's knocking the hell out of me. So, but that's all right. That's called politics.
Wow. If only someone recorded that conversation, we could get some clarity on who's telling the truth.
Thanks to The Art of the Surge on Fox Nation, we have the footage.
Whoa. This is going to be good.
Mr. President, welcome back to Maryland, sir. Welcome back to Maryland. It's good to see you.
In person, too.
Thank you, sir. Great to see you. Great to see you. And great to have you back here. Great to have you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Well, we are very, very anxious to be able to work closely with you. And I know the key bridge is something that we're specifically focused on. It's going well. I mean, we spoke with Speaker Johnson yesterday, and Speaker Johnson says he believes that we're close to the 100% cost share. And the thing is, I told him when we get that 100% cost share done, we are going to be able to go over the key bridge under your watch, because I will have it done in 28. On time and on budget.
We'll help you out.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. I didn't hear Governor Moore say anything that Trump claimed he said. This must be pretty embarrassing for Fox News' Will Cain.
We didn't hear their greatest president ever, but we did hear a lot of enthusiasm and so excited to meet you, Mr. President. Who's telling the truth? We'll let you decide.
I'm asking this earnestly. What is your job? You work on a news network, just showed a clip of news that did not include the news you purported to be in it, and then said, "We can decide"? Will Cain is helping Donald Trump do what he always does, which is obliterate the very concept of truth. The idea that you can watch something with your very eyes and still cast doubt on what we just saw merely because it doesn't align with your partisan ideology. It's almost, Will Cain, like you are a total hack on a biased network who knows that he'll get canned if he dares veer from the right-wing agenda his bosses deny even having. At least, that's what many people are saying. But it's not just other politicians or the crime in D.C. that Trump has secret exchanges about. He also knows what people want when it comes to things that are covered by our First Amendment.
Because the people in this country don't want to see our American flag burned and spit on. And by people that are, in many cases, paid agitators. They're paid by the radical left to do it. You talk to these people, they don't even know, half of them don't even know what they're doing. They say, "I don't know, they gave me money to do this."
Truly horrible. People taking part in political activity simply for their own financial gain? I mean, it is disgusting, and I can't even imagine how much they'd have to make just to sell their souls like that. Would, say, $3.4 billion be enough? And as if anecdotal phone calls from friends weren't enough, you wouldn't believe some of the anecdotal murders Trump has been hearing about.
We always have a murder a week. They call it a murder a week. You come here from Iowa, you come here from Indiana, you come here from Idaho, because you're so proud of your country, you love your country, and then you get murdered. Your son gets murdered, your daughter gets murdered, you get murdered.
That is how much more Trump knows than the media. They think they're alive in the Oval Office, but they're really all murdered right now. Every one of them. Just rotting corpses, taking notes, collecting sound bites, and for what? Nothing, because they are all dead. The truth is, when your policies are based on the idea that many people are saying, or my wealthy son's friend told me, you can really do anything you want, and that is the point. Donald Trump wants carte blanche to do anything and everything he feels like, but it's difficult to do that when the facts aren't on your side, and so instead, you've got to create that justification for yourself. And what better way to do that than by invoking this nebulous random smattering of people who Trump spends all day talking to? And of course, Trump sycophants will point to these conversations as evidence of Trump's authenticity.
The fundamental genius of President Trump's political success, which is that he's authentic. He just is who he is.
It does remind you, though, how much of a complete original Donald Trump is. You know, all these people want to like mimic him, He's not mimicking anybody. He is the original.
Yeah, sorry, but no. It is not original for a leader to want unchecked power. It's not original for a leader to spend his time removing journalists from his orbit and constantly undermining the media. It's not original for a leader to discredit facts and statistics and replace them with nebulous figures and tenuous anecdotes. And it sure as hell isn't original for someone like that to have such a hard-on for gold anything.
You saw the World Cup was here the other day. And come to think of it, there's your trophy for the World Cup. In fact, it's solid gold. That's actually solid gold, so heavy that some of the people in this room wouldn't be able to lift it up. I think what I'm going to do is place it right above the angel, right over there. That's solid gold, too. We're going to put it right up there. Look at that. There's a solid gold trophy. They know how to get to me, you know?
Yeah, that's not the glorious attribute you think it is. Admitting you know how to be played? That's like Lauren Boebert broadcasting how much everyone loves her by showing off her collection of vape pens and Broadway musical tickets that she has in her office. You know, there was another leader who used strong-arm tactics on his country and had an equal affinity for covering himself in opulence. Saddam Hussein. And it wasn't that long ago when Republicans railed against a man like him and filleted themselves over their allegiance to the Constitution, but now they are heaping to usher in the exact same kind of tin pot dictatorship, except ours wears a different hat. And frankly, Trump has even heard that some people would love that.
They say, we don't need him, freedom, freedom. He's a dictator, he's a dictator. A lot of people are saying maybe we like a dictator.
I wonder if those are the same people from Beverly Hills who suffer from all that open trunk crime. Trump is not original, Trump is not authentic. Just like his products, Trump is a knockoff version of the same brand of small, insecure man desperate for power and attention that came before him so many times. But that's not me saying this, that's just what many people are saying. Before you go, if you enjoyed this content and you want to see more and support independent media, please subscribe to this channel. The subscribe button will be right here on the screen. But second, the reality is that we are now in a political environment where this administration can lean on any of the social media platforms to suppress certain voices if they don't like critical coverage. That means my longevity here is in the hands of a few tech billionaires who are already making it clear that they are willing to cater to this administration. To that end, signing up for my newsletter is a way for me to reach you directly if that ever becomes necessary. I'll put the link right here on the screen as well, so please sign up. It's free, but there's also an option to do a paid subscription if you'd like to support me and my team. I really appreciate it. Thanks so much for watching.